Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany Butler. I go by Be on Beat on here on YouTube and Instagram, where I do most of my social media. And I wanted to come to you today on my son's 18th birthday to talk about the journey of motherhood as a teen mom and just some takeaways if you are in that situation or if you want to avoid that situation. Yeah, so stick with me. I'm going to do my makeup while I'm talking. I'm not very good at doing two things at one time, so I will try to stop in and talk about my makeup as I'm doing it while continuing to stay on topic. So y'all just bear with me as I navigate that. So I wanted to do a Thanksgiving look. We are 2 days away from Thanksgiving. So my plan is to do this makeup look, edit it all today so that it will be up in time for Thanksgiving. As you're getting ready, you can sit and listen to me jabber on and hopefully get some tips in between to do your makeup. I'm gonna say with my makeup, I usually do my eyebrows first, but today I'm gonna switch it up and do my face first. I'll probably do my eyebrows off camera because it takes me forever. And yeah, so hopefully it comes out how I want it to. So yeah, let's get started. The very first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to use this illuminating gel that is from a Makeup Revolution. I've never used it before, but I'm going to put it under my foundation and then put my concealer and foundation on top of this. So yeah, let's just talk about why I wanted to even share this message, because I am pretty low-key when it comes to talking about being a teen mom. You know, I've done some things online before now, and I never really talked about the topic, never really wanted to talk about the topic. So I had a few things that triggered me to want to talk about them. So one was just a conversation that I had with a really good girlfriend. She is new to motherhood, and I was just checking in with her, and we started talking about motherhood and of course my journey of being a mom. And as I'm talking to her, she's like, girl, you have to share this with people. Like, this is helpful to people. You know, she says she's in a lot of mom groups, and that this is the things that people want to talk about and the things that they're experiencing as they navigate being a mom. So I'm like, really? You know, I really try to stay away from that topic. But I decided to do that because then I started watching the series Made, and I just finished it the other day, and I watched it in bits and pieces. So it was definitely very triggering. My situation definitely isn't exactly like hers, but I mean, there was some similarities. So I'm gonna go in now with my foundation. I'm gonna use this Colourpop Pretty Fresh. Can I get it out? Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation. This is what this is. So yeah, so that was triggering. And then the other thing that was pretty triggering was that situation with the baby and his girlfriend. Now, I don't know a lot about their situation. I don't know a lot about her, but from what I could see, you know, he was calling her a side chick, and I'm just like, what does that mean? Because you had a baby with her. And then he also called her crazy, which to me is always a red flag when a guy is calling a girl crazy, because dude, you clearly entertain her in some way. So there's no point in now trying to tear down her character to say that she's crazy and to basically say you don't have anything to do with the situation. You know, that was just triggering to me, like how awful it is to be in a situation where you just had a baby and those are the things that are going on around you. So that was triggering because it definitely reminded me of my situation. So I had a baby at 17. I got pregnant my junior year in high school. So I was 16 when I got pregnant, but 17 when I actually had my baby. So I finished high school. I did not go to high school the last semester. I finished early because I had pretty decent grades. So I was able to leave high school one semester early. But I still got to graduate with my class when they graduated in May. So at that time that I was having a baby, I was in a very toxic relationship, and so that was why May triggered me, because it was, you know, it was not a healthy situation at all. And so I did end that relationship with my child's father when he was 3 months old, and I did not go back because I knew that my child could not be in that type of environment if I wanted him to have any sense of a normal childhood. Like, that just wasn't going to work. We were already young, so we had that working against us, and then for it to be not a healthy relationship. So let's talk about hindsight and trying to look back and see, how did I end up in a situation like that? Because that's what everybody wants to do when they end up in a situation they didn't see themselves in. But I'm gonna pause. So right now I'm just doing Colourpop Concealer. Want to cover my dark circles under my eye and then brighten it at the same time. I put both colors on at the same time. And then using a sponge to put it in. So yeah, I think that hindsight, the reason that I ended up in a situation like that had a lot to do with self-esteem and actually having a plan for my life. So while I didn't have a bad childhood at all, I didn't have this future mapped out for myself. And I understand at that age, it is hard to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. I totally get that. But because of that, I think that's how I ended up in that situation, because I couldn't see my life beyond high school, and I just didn't, you know, think there was anything going on with me, anything special about me, that I ended up in a relationship where I let that person control what was going on, and not having a say on what I wanted for my life, or being able to say, hey, no, I don't want these things for my life. I don't want my relationship to look like this. You know, this isn't the way that I was raised. So I think that that's how women end up in that situation, in a relationship they don't want to be in, and becoming a parent before they're ready. Now I understand that things happen and you end up pregnant and you have to move forward, but to avoid those things, I think you have to be very certain on your future and know that whoever you're with, if they love you and care about you, they will be patient with you and let you grow into your life before you become a parent and have to be so serious in a relationship. Because once you have that baby, the dynamics of your relationship with your mate are going to be different. If you're in high school, you guys are going to hang out with your friends, you're doing all these things, you're dating each other. But to become parents, you have to work hard at dating each other, and that's something that's hard for any persons or partners once they have children at any age. So it's going to be definitely hard for someone your age, where you're still trying to find yourself, you're still trying to create financial means for yourself. You're just creating a difficulty that you can sit down and avoid and really think about what it's like to have an unplanned pregnancy versus a planned pregnancy. So I will say, even beyond that, my only pregnancy that was pretty much planned would have been my last pregnancy. So I do understand how it's different to have a baby under the circumstances of an unplanned situation versus a planned situation. And I want for you to plan, just plan. Maybe you're not certain if you want to be a parent. Maybe you do have in the back of your mind that you want to be a parent. The best way to become a parent is in a planned situation, because even after you plan for your baby, there's things that you have to deal with that you didn't even anticipate, even if it is a planned pregnancy. So I definitely wanted to share that on my channel. I know I do talk about makeup and glamour, but the reason that I talk about makeup and glamour is because of all the things that I've been through as a woman and a mom. This time to sit down and focus on yourself it's just very helpful. It's relaxing for me. So that is why I'm here to share with you guys the things that I've been through, so that we can help each other, because there's enough negative things out here, and we need some positive, uplifting things, and know that, you know, as a mom, you'll be able to get through this if you are in that situation. You basically are going to have to dream a new dream once you become a mom. Some of the things that you wanted to do, it doesn't mean it's impossible, but it's going to be different. It's just going to be different. Yeah, you as a woman, you go through so many different emotions, and then as a mother, you're going through so many different emotions and things that you never thought about before. Having a child, and sometimes it's just hard to put into words. So I did want to share that information with you, and this is a safe space, so please don't come in the comments saying anything crazy, or even if you are a part of the journey that I'm sharing, just understand I'm sharing this as a message and not to make anyone look bad or tear anyone down. Just talk about the things that I've had to deal with, so that we can all overcome some of the challenges of life, because no one has this perfect straight line through their life. You know, we're going to have challenges and things that we go through. So I know I have just went on a straight tangent and haven't even been doing my makeup, so I'm going to pause right here and move further through my makeup. I'm going to just probably do this silently, because obviously I can't talk into my makeup. But right now I'm going to focus in and do my eyes. So definitely stay tuned and watch. And I'll speed this part up. So, and then I'll come back to you guys with some more teen mom journey stuff. But let's get into this eyeshadow. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. concealer as a base and just put a little bit on my eyelids. I'm thinking I'm gonna let's do something simple. So you don't have to do the most to go downstairs in your living room. So I'm just patting this in with my concealer brush. This is the e.l.f. concealer brush. I always forget to like talk about the brushes that I'm using. I'm just like, oh, let me get this makeup on. So I am going to set this just so it doesn't move. So I'm gonna set it with my RCMA No Color powder, translucent powder, and use like a powder brush. I just want my base to be nice and smooth, so that's why I'm setting it. Okay, so I'm being very indecisive about what I want to do with the eyes. I'm going to use the Warriors 2 palette by Juvia's Place. So I'm just going to only use 2 colors to keep it simple. So I'm going to use this color in the crease and then this color for the lid. That's simple enough, but I definitely wanted to share this message, and I want you to add in anything that you've had to deal with as a mother, even if you're not a teen mom. Like I said, I want it to be a safe space to just start the conversation about things that you just go through as a mother, go through as a teen mom. One of the other things that I didn't think about that I would experience becoming a teen mom was the fact that, you know, my parents were still parenting me and they had to navigate this journey as well. So it's like you're trying to learn how to be a parent when you are still being parented. And it's definitely difficult to assume that responsibility and that role as you're still navigating being a child. So it's not something that I really thought about. So when I was talking to my friend, she was sharing that someone who was helping her through her pregnancy was saying that women experience, I won't say like issues, that's not a great word, but it's different when your mother has been mothering you your whole life and then you have to step into being a mother. So they have to, I guess, almost let go of being not let go of being your mother, but giving you that freedom to learn how you want to mother. Because it may not be the same way that they were mothering. And not to say that theirs was good or bad, you just have decided, okay, well, these are the things that I want for my child. And that is just a difficult thing to navigate as a teen mom. And as a mom in general, you know, that can be difficult to navigate. So that's something that, you know, I didn't think about. And then of course, once you are a teen mom and your friends are going on with their life and being able to travel and do some of the things that you're not able to do. Now, I was fortunate enough to be able to go to college and my parents really helped me. But that was a struggle because they're like, hey, you know, you have a child, so you can't be off doing, you know, whatever you whatever you feel like. So that was a struggle as well. So right now I'm using a bullet brush. I don't think it's really doing the job. So I'm gonna switch to this Morphe M433 brush. And I will go to the makeup and say that with eyeshadow, I know you guys are used to seeing the swiping, but sometimes you need to pat it before you begin to swipe. The swipe is just to even it out and make sure that there's no harsh lines, but to get that color payoff, you need a pack on the eyeshadow. So that's what I'm doing right now, especially in the eyelid. So yeah, you know, I definitely am still learning a lot about being a mother, even though I've been a mother for 18 years, which is super hard to believe. There's always things to learn. Each child is different, so you guys are navigating the journey together, you know, growing up together. Even if you do have your child later in life, you're still changing. And you guys are navigating that together and building a relationship and building a family. So I'm gonna keep the eyeliner simple because sometimes eyeliner can go left. So I'm gonna use the Morphe Blackout Liquid Liner. And I'm just gonna keep it in. I'm not gonna try to do a wing. So I'm gonna follow up that liquid liner with the black that's inside this same palette I've been using. So I'm gonna do some finishing touches off camera. I'm gonna put my lashes on and then I'll come back and we can do the lips together. And then I'll give you some final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back to do my lips. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place, I think it's Cola lip liner. It's a dark brown. And then I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place Libra lipstick. Gonna top it off with the Butter Gloss Eclair from NYX. And there you have the final look. So I do want to share some final thoughts. If you are someone who is experiencing a toxic relationship, definitely work your way out of that. I know that's easier said than done, but I will put some resources in the box below. If you are a teen mom, I would say find some type of support group or find someone who you can talk to about everything that you're feeling. And that may be hard to do because you don't want to always call somebody with your problems. So if you need to seek a therapist, definitely do that, because you need someone that you can talk to about the range of emotions that you're going through. And if you're in a situation where you become a teen mom, you know, you may not feel like your family wants to hear all of that, because at that point you guys are just trying to get through this new change in your life. So definitely find someone that you can talk to, and then just understand that you can't get through it and things are just going to be different than maybe you saw how your life was going to be, but it does not mean that that is period the end of your story. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you have a great Thanksgiving. If you have any questions about being a teen mom or any questions about the makeup, definitely put that below. And I hope to see you guys next time. And make sure you follow me on my social medias, social media, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that great stuff. Don't forget to do that. And yeah, I will see you guys on my next video.